Hey everyone, today we're going to go through a personalized and targeted cold email outbound campaign that I created for a SaaS client selling to e-commerce brands. This campaign is fully automated and fully at scale, but still very personalized and very targeted to the prospect. So before we dive into the campaign, if you are sending cold emails for your business or if you are using SDRs to manually send cold emails or manually do prospect research, this video will be super helpful to you because we're going to go through how we are able to send personalized and very well targeted cold emails at scale without losing on quality and without, of course, spending multiple six figures per year on SDR teams, right? So before we dive into the campaign, I want to describe the concept of this campaign, the personalized points, and the client's offer as well, so you can get an idea of what we're talking about and why this makes sense. Right, so the client's offer is an AI tool that finds visitors on an e-commerce website who abandon something in their cart, and the target is e-commerce brands with more than 15,000 monthly visitors. Now, there are some requirements to this campaign, of course, and one of these is, of course, the site traffic, so minimum 15,000 monthly visitors. And then we are going to use personalized first line with whenever possible. So whenever we have a field or a topic to personalize on, and then we're going to mention a product and specifically the best selling product or the most featured product on the e-commerce brand's website, which is a very cool automation. Now, I'm going to go through the workflow for the personalization because I understand this might not be super straightforward. And in the beginning, we're just going to upload a lead list. So here on Clay, we're using clay.com for this campaign. And I just uploaded a lead list with a bunch of normal data like first name, company website, email, LinkedIn profile, and title. I put it until here. And then we immediately disqualify e-commerce brands with less than 15,000 monthly visitors. So if they are getting less than 15,000, we just stop the workflow. So we do not continue the workflow from there because the prospect is just not qualified. And if they're getting more than 15,000 monthly visitors, then we continue workflow and we ask if the prospect started their new job more than 3 months ago. If so, we do a job title personalization. So something like, congrats on your new position as the director of marketing at company X. If they started now, of course, this makes sense if the job position is recent. So if they started a new job position recently. If it's older than 3 months, then it doesn't really make sense to do that type of personalization. And so we find their last LinkedIn post to create a personalized line based on that. And again, if their last LinkedIn post is older than 3 months, if so, we just do not use a personalized first line because it doesn't really make sense to say something about their last LinkedIn post if it's older than 3 months. They might not even remember of it. If it's younger than 3 months, so if they posted the last post within the last 3 months, we do the LinkedIn post personalization. So we say something like, notice your LinkedIn post on this topic, right? It's very simple. I'm going to go through the campaign right now. And before we do that, I want to show you the cold email that we are aiming to send, right? So I first name and then we put the personalization. So it can be congrats on your new job or notice your last LinkedIn post. And then we do a sentence combination response. So here, basically, we're mentioning a product and we're basically saying, I just visited your website and I added this product and we mentioned the name of the product to the cart. But when I left the website, I didn't receive any emails from your company. And here we're leveraging the pain point, right? So the pain point is that the e-commerce brand is not able to capture anonymous visitors who abandon something in their cart, which is what we're selling, a tool that does that. And then we lead with an open question. So just to start a conversation, because remember that with cold email, you're not trying to sell your offer in the first email. You're just trying to start a conversation with the prospect. And so here we use an open question. Are you currently capturing your anonymous website visitors who abandon something in their cart? It's very simple. I'm going to show you exactly how we do the personalization here and the sentence combination response in a second. Now, as I mentioned in the beginning, I just upload a normal lead list until the job title here. And then what we do is we enrich the company using store leads using this function. So we do that because we need the site traffic. And store leads is very accurate when it comes to determining the site traffic on an e-commerce brand. And so here, this is the site traffic that the e-commerce brand is is getting. And of course, here we disqualify, as I showed you here, we disqualify e-commerce brands with less than 15,000 monthly visitors. And so we do that by setting up a conditional formula over here on the next column. As you can see here, if the site traffic only run if the site traffic is higher than 15,000. And this is the prompt that we're using. Clade also allows you to create a prompt, and then it automatically generates the formula for it. So run only if the site traffic is higher than 15,000. And then what we do for the qualified prospects, as you can see, this brand is getting 2,000 monthly visitors, so run condition not met because it's not qualified. This is getting 300,000, so it's definitely qualified, and we continue workflow. So then what we do is we enrich the person from LinkedIn profile. And what this allows you to do is get information on the prospect from their LinkedIn profile. So what we do is then we scrape the current title start date, which is useful for this personalization. So if they start their new job more than 3 months ago, we do not do the job title personalization. If they started the new job in the last 3 months, we do the job title personalization. And then we find the response here. So for example, this prospect started their new job on the 1st of January 2024. So it's definitely qualified for the job title personalization. And then as you can see here, we do that with this formula. So what we do here is only, so this is the conditional formula, only if the current title start date is later than the 30th of October 2023. So this is, I didn't put 3 months, but 30th of October 2023, we are on the 8th of February. And so if so, we write congrats on your new position as the title. So as the, this is the title. And we say that, so this is the personalized first line for the job title circumstance. And then if the current title start date is earlier than the 1st of December 2023, I'm not sure. Now here it's probably, I just forgot to update this prompt. Yeah, so if it's earlier than the 30th of October 2023, leave the cell empty. This is the case where the new job started more than 3 months ago or earlier than the 30th of October 2023, and if so, we just skip the job title personalization and we do a LinkedIn post personalization. So this is the response for the qualified prospects. And now let me see if we find a circumstance where, okay, there we go. So this prospect started their new job on the 1st of October 2023, so it's not qualified for the job title personalization. And so then we skip that personalization and we go to the post personalization. Now in this column, what we're doing is we're finding the recent post by the prospect, so particularly their last LinkedIn post, and we scrape the post text, right? This is the post text. And then what we do here, also we have a conditional formula that basically scrapes the post only if it was posted after the 1st of November 2023. If it was posted earlier than the 1st of November 2023, we don't do that because it automatically disqualifies the prospect. And then here we scrape the post text, and then here with ChatGPT, we create a personalized first line based on the post, right? And then this is the prompt that we're using. So very short, very straight to the point sentence. And this is the prompt. So write a short personalized first line for this prospect, mentioning the topic of their last LinkedIn post. Keep the sentence below 10 words. Don't make it too formal. Don't use exclamation points. And then frame the personalization using the sentence. Notice your last LinkedIn post on, and then you insert the topic of their post. Avoid using the brackets. And then here we put the post text as the input. And this prompt is pretty accurate with ChatGPT 4, I think. I didn't even have to include examples, and it did a good job because you can see here we've got the post personalization. So notice your last LinkedIn post on your promotion to marketing manager, or last LinkedIn post on the upcoming Honor Sports Festival. And then this column is basically our personalization column, right? So it has the job title personalization for the prospects that qualified for that kind of personalization, and for the other prospects that didn't qualify for the job title personalization, we've got the LinkedIn post personalization. So this is basically a formula that says if the prospect qualifies for the first personalization, just put that as the sentence, as the personalized sentence. If not, put the personalization. So that's basically what we're saying here. So after that, the personalization is done, and then we need to find the product and the best selling product on the e-commerce brand's website. So what we do here is we use a feature by Clay, which is very smart and it's very good. So it's called the Clay Gent, and it's basically ChatGPT on a website. So it can scrape a website and get information from it. And so what we're saying here as the prompt is visit the website of this company, and then we put the company website as the input and find the product that is most featured on the website. Don't consider collections, and I'm going to expand on this sentence and why I wrote this sentence later. And only consider single products. If the website shows reviews of the products, pick the product with the most reviews and output only the name of this product. Now, I wrote this because sometimes when you are creating a prompt with ChatGPT, it's helpful to run it a few times in a few different circumstances and see where the mistakes happen and where the issues happen. Because then you can optimize the prompt by including multiple other sentences that correct those mistakes. So for example, I ran this prompt a few times in a few different circumstances, and sometimes it gave me as a result, not the product name, but the name of a collection on the e-commerce brand's website, which is not correct because we can't mention a collection. And so it's important to mention here that with ChatGPT, you will get some results, you will get some outputs that are not the most accurate, or maybe they just have some mistakes in there, or maybe they're just listing all the features of the product, like for example, the color, or maybe they have like a comma or a dash, or the capacity, the size of the product, or maybe it's full caps. And you need to normalize the product name, because obviously it's not genuine, it's not normal to say this in a cold email. And so we use this ChatGPT prompt to normalize the product name, and we're just saying normalize the name of this product, make it shorter whenever possible, remove features like a size whenever they're specified, normalize it as if you had to pronounce it in a conversation with a friend. And then we also give it an example as well. And then here's the response. As you can see, did a pretty good job of normalizing the product name. And then the last prompt that we're using is to combine the sentence that we want to say in the cold email with the product name. So basically what we're trying to do here is just to combine the sentence I was on your website and added and then the product name and then to the cart. So just create the entire sentence. And so you can use a formula to do that. However, you have to be careful when it comes to the grammar errors and when it comes to the articles, because if you do it with a formula, you should add many different conditions according to different articles. And so I just found it easier to use ChatGPT and just write a simple prompt to do that. So just make it grammatically correct and adjust the articles accordingly. And then it's also easier because you can give it examples. Like I gave it an example for a singular form name, and then I give it an example for, like, for example, whey protein. You can say I added a whey protein, like it's not grammatically correct. And so I just gave it examples. And so also for a plural form, a word in plural form. And so that's really easy. And so this prompt just allows us to build the entire sentence and then we're gonna mention here. So I hope that this video was valuable to you. If you liked it, feel free to share it with your team, with your friends. Maybe they can like it as well. And if you are trying to implement a system like this, which allows you to send personalized and targeted cold emails at scale without having your SDRs to manually type the cold emails and manually do the prospect research, feel free to book a call with the link below in the description and we can talk about that. With that being said, thanks for your attention and see you in the next video.